When it comes to finding the right doctor, there's no shortage of available information. Most U.S. doctors have one of two types of medical degrees, either an MD or a Doctor of Medicine, or a DO, Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine. So the two are more similar than they are different. Osteopathic medicine, though, focuses on the body as a whole. So here with us once again to discuss is Dr. Lindsay Atchison. You've just opened up a practice here in Naples.
Yes, I have.
We're glad to have you here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad to be here.
So when we talk about being a DO and a whole body approach, what does that mean?
So basically the osteopathic tenets of medicine are that we just look at the body as a whole, mind, body, spirit, and we're making sure that we're treating the person not only as a whole and looking at everything, but doing more preventative medicine, making sure that people are maintaining good health and having healthy lifestyles.
Sure, that makes sense. So they come to you, and this is a concierge type practice as well, which is also different.
Yes, absolutely. But it fits in with the DO philosophy of really just paying attention to the person, making sure you know the person as a whole. I get to sit down with my patients for an hour each time I see them and really make sure that I know exactly what's going on with their body, how I can help them prevent different diseases, and also make sure that they know that I care about them and want to make sure that they're maintaining their best health possible.
I'm assuming that's why you got into this.
Yes,
well, all the good
absolutely.
Doctors do. What drew you to this path within your medical career?
I think it was just more so that whole person approach. I mean, actually the founder of osteopathic medicine was a MD, and he started up osteopathic medicine noticing that, you know, you don't want to just look at the symptoms, you want to look at the person as a whole, and that the structure of the body has a lot to do with function, and we just pay attention more so to what the body is telling us, even just from our physical exam and how we examine the body.
So the qualifications are very, very similar.
Absolutely.
Okay, kind of the same route.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, we're licensed practitioners. We can do it, you know, everything the MDs do, and really anymore it's fairly interchangeable with MDs, DOs. All of us can prescribe medications, and we just make sure that we are up to the standard of care that all physicians are.
Sure, that makes sense. It is kind of at least your practice is kind of a niche practice. If you could explain what concierge medicine is, especially when it relates to osteopathic medicine.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, really it's just, we don't have that pressure from insurance companies. We're not limited to time. We make sure that we are doing what's best for the patient, not what the insurance companies are allowing us to do. We can spend more time with patients. We can make sure that they're maintaining their best health. And in my practice, a lot of times I'm doing a lot more of these preventative screenings, preventative medicine, to make sure that people are maintaining their best health. I mean, I recently had a patient that, you know, thought he was having heartburn and ended up needing a quadruple bypass.
Wow.
And he had been to many doctors before, but no one had actually taken the time to sit down and talk with him. What are your heartburn symptoms? What are these symptoms like? And it wasn't heartburn, it was chest pain. So.
Oh, how terrifying.
Yeah.
My gosh, well, thank God he did come to you and was able to talk to you. And if our viewers out there would like to come to you as well, how can we find your practice and how can we be one of your patients?
Well, absolutely, yeah. We have a website, conciergecarenaples.com. Concierge is CONCIERGE. And you can go on our website and check out the information we have there, as well as you can call us at 239-566-1577.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. We appreciate it, Dr. Atchison. It's always fun when you're here.
Thank you.
And we love learning about new areas of medicine, especially within our community. And we'll put a link to Dr. Atchison's practice also on our Gulf Coast News app so you can find it.